Off we go from Denver. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game. And I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Got 300. Got 300.
Complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Baron Browning from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 56 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Now it's Rodgers. Touchdown! Jeremy Ruckert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On the jump. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Now the third-year man back and healthy. It's Javonte Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You talk about this Jets defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
79 Broncos. Go.
The second down throw by Willis. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
That's good for Denver.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Ready.
Willis headed left off the option. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well. So now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And this one incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. He played well last week, had the pick 6 around the football again. Couldn't quite come up with the interception, though.
Didn't get that one, but you just know that that's what he's itching for, and that's what the whole team's itching for. I know the night before games, a lot of them show video of the best plays of the previous week. His pick 6, guaranteed, was on that. Good memories for him.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Complete to Tyler Conklin. A gain of 26 yards. First down, Jets.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And check down complete to Hall. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here now, 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
He was brought down by Kamari Memphis. First and goal, Jets.
30.
They'll run with Cook. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Dalvin Cook with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. First and 10, Willis. Flushed out right. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second and 10. Again to throw. Willis on second down. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Jets 21, Broncos nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It got his man complete. Give him 32 on the play.
It's a gain of 32 yards. That's good for a Denver Broncos.
Ready.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready.
Back to throw, Willis. That's to the rookie, Marvin Mims. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Warriors 70. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Willis looking to throw on first down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Right back to the air again with Willis. And his throw here's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Let's go now.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
19 Lions. Check smash. Check smash.
3rd and 2, Willis. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
Trying for it on 4th down. Here's Willis. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for the touchdown. Garrett Wilson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to add on to their first half lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd down, here's Willis. Flush to his right. Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Making that play behind the line was Justin Simmons.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
A 32-yard attempt.
Zerline's kick is up and through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Left side, Cook. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Dalvin Cook with career touchdown number 60. And the Jets open the lead up to 34-0. Zerline now for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Broncos nothing. Frank Zerline to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
18 Rattler.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Willis looking to throw it. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
7 Pirates. Mustang 19, Cub 19, 70 Ranger, 79 Broncos.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Cowboy 80.
Second down throw coming by Willis. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
on third down, it's Willis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Rodgers going to throw. Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Hey, take 26.
Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Ready, set.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Willis. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Taken at the goal line. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half, so where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Buffalo 18. Dragon 60. Ready.
Willis to throw on second. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
65 cat. 65 cat.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Ready.
3rd down, it's Willis. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Now Willis on 4th down. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45.
Go.
Willis headed left off the option. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Meanwhile, Willis' throw caught here by Dulcich. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw, here's Willis. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
2nd down and 3.
19 tight. 19 tight. Riggs.
Mims in motion left.
Trap 60. Trap 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
2nd down. Here's Willis. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marvin Mims, 37 yards. And the Broncos are able to at least get 1 score back. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fair catch The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, if they score here, this one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
26.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Baron Browning, the one who brought him down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver. Here's Cook again. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
3rd and 9 here. Here's Rodgers to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last two snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Panther 11. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Hustle, hustle. Ready, right?
Now Willis. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. And quickly, they get to the line.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Willis wants to pass it again. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Fourth down, Willis. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th, and the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with. Because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and inches.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Rodgers with a keeper. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Cook on the toss left. Busts through the tackle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another 1st down as he'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line.
First down, Brooklyn.
Now Rodgers going to shift him around. Here's Rodgers throwing on first down. And it's caught. And the Jets are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Cook is into the end zone for a Jets touchdown. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
45, Broncos 10.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole.
Ready.
On first down, Willis. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 32-yard
They like
line.
going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the gun, here's Willis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Come 19. Come 19.
Mims in motion left. Now Willis on 3rd down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. The front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Go street.
Mims in motion left.
Broncos. 18 Pioneer. Check up.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it. Flushed out right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. They'll run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to
sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Buffalo 18. Hustle, hustle.
Willis will look to throw it. It got his man complete. A huge play there for Denver. 41 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties. They can pick up anything that leaks through, but in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Tag. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Rig alert, rig alert. Ready, ready.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Right back to the air again with Willis. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 30 yards there. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Willis. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. With Nick Bonito not letting him escape there. He was in instant pursuit off the snap and dropped him behind the line.
At the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Cook. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
He's tackled at the 29-yard
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Here's 3rd and 6. On Third down, here's Hall. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
Here we go. Start.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Jets, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.